Hello, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to another video and another case. Today's case takes us between India and Australia, a case full of painful details that I had on my list for a long time, waiting for the time or that moment to share it with you. And now that moment has come. This is a story that will truly break your heart. So, without taking too long, if you are ready, let's begin. We'll start our story in Australia on March 6th, 2021. There was a young girl named Yasmin of Indian origin, 21 years old. She worked at a home for elderly people, a job she involved, and at that time she was also studying at the college. That morning she was supposed to go to work like every day, so she never missed a day. She loved her job so much, but that day Yasmin never showed up. Her surprise, her supervisor called the phone number Yasmin had given. It was the number of her aunt with whom she lived. He told her that Yasmin had not come to work and asked if she was sick or if something had happened. Her aunt answered in a way that raised a suspicion, a lot of questions. She said Yasmin had waken up on time that morning, got ready, and left for work as usual. The distance between the house and her job wasn't far, so. So Yasmin was usually work there, but as the 4 hours passed, the first hours the second, the third, Yasmin didn't arrive, didn't call, didn't answer her phone. So her aunt immediately went to the police station to report her missing. You should know Yasmin had recently been through some issues in her life, and she had even gone to the police herself a month earlier to file a complaint. So her aunt was deeply worried. At first, the police didn't take it too serious. Yasmin was an adult, and they thought maybe she had decided to travel or go somewhere on her own. But when they learned that she wasn't that type of person, and that she had already filed a harassment complaint before they began to take action. The first person they want to question was a young man named Tariq, 23 years old, also of Indian origin. But before we get to that, Tariq told the police, let's go back to the beginning to understand who Yasmin was, who Tariq was, and what their relationship was like. Yasmin's story: she was born in 2020, in 2001, a sweet, kind-hearted girl who lived with her mother, younger sister, and older brother. Her father had passed away when she was only 7 years old, which devastated the family, but they managed to move on. Her mother became the main provider. Her father had been well off, so she managed their finance and took care of the children comfortably. Yasmin grew up loving to help people, especially the sick. When her father was ill because he died, She was the one helping him with everything, bringing him water, sitting beside him. That's how she developed the dream of becoming a nurse. She was not the top student academically, but she had a big heart and a strong will. Her dream was to study nursing and one day to go to Australia, a dream she spoke of often. At first, her mother refused. She didn't want her daughter to live far away, but Yasmin insisted, explaining that many of their relatives lived in Australia and said it was safe and full of opportunities. After a long time, her mother finally agreed on one condition: Yasmin would stay with her uncle and aunt, not alone. So Yasmin applied for UNISA, University of South of Australia, and she got accepted, received her visa, and left for Australia. There, she began studying and working part time at a care home for the elderly. The job she loved so much, everyone adores her. Her co-workers and elderly residents, because she was kind, cheerful, and hard working. At that time, she adapted quickly to the new environment, the culture, and the people. Everything was different from her a small traditional town in India, but she made a friend, enjoy her studies, and started to feel at home. Among her new friends at university was Tariq, also from India and also new to Australia. Tariq's story here is coming. He come from a poor farming family. He was smart and ambitious, so his parents decided to sell everything in India and moved to Australia so he could study computer science at university. That's where he met Yasmin. At first, they were just friends. They shared meals, talked, and helped each other, and adjusted their families. Know about each other, and even Yasmin's mother knew of him but were not her daughter not to get involved romantically. Her mother had already chosen a well of suitor for her back in India, but Yasmin didn't want a marriage arranged for money. She wanted love and independence. So slowly she grew closer to Tariq, who seemed kind and caring. Their friendship turned into a relationship, and Tariq's family encouraged it. But over time, Yasmin began to realize that Tariq wasn't as perfect as she thought. He was controlling, jealous, possessive, always checking whether she wanted, who she talked to, what she wore. He determined to know everything. He didn't want her to go to social events, didn't want her to have made friends. He wanted to control her completely, and Yasmin hated that. She told her aunt and her mother about it, saying she felt suffocated and she wanted to end this. By January 2021, she finally decided to end the relationship for good. She told Tariq it was over, told his parents too, and said they planned to finish her study and return to India. But Tariq couldn't accept that. He started following her, threatening her, and sending her hundreds of messages, even to her family in India, full of threats and threatened her mother. Urged her to go to the police, where which she did. She filled a complaint, showed them a message, and the police warned Tariq to stay away or face arrest. After that, Yasmin started to feel a bit free again. She saw fewer messages, and even when he sent some, he would delete them. For the first time in since a long time, Yasmin began to breathe again. She started going out, making friends, and enjoying her life. Then came March 6th, 2021, the delay, the day she disappeared. Her aunt reported her missing. The police brought Tarek in for questioning. At first, he denied everything, saying that he hadn't seen her and he didn't see her, that he respected the police order. But as they pressed him harder, his story begins to change. His first claim, Yasmin had been depressed and had taken her own life. That he had just found her body and buried it. Then he changed his story again, saying they had made a suicide pact, that he could not go through with it. Nothing added up. Then the police examined his phone and found the related message, the thread, and also security footage from the nearby supermarket. On the morning of March 6th, Tariq was caught on camera by intact tape and shovel. He was also seen borrowing a friend's car, not using his own, so Yasmin wouldn't recognize it. Using road cameras, police traced his movement. He had driven 5 hours away from the city. Finally, confronted with all the evidence, Tariq confessed. He admitted that he planned everything. He couldn't bear losing her. That morning, he ambushes her on her own to work. He tied her hands and feet, covered her mouth with duct tape, and put her in the car's trunk. Then he drove 5 hours to a remote area in the mountain. He said she was still alive the whole way. He dug a hole while she watched, terrified, then placed her inside alive and buried there. The autopsy later confirmed she died from suffocation and had drift in her drugs, proving she was alive when buried. Tariq's parents hired expensive lawyer, claiming he had mental ill health issues, but the court rejected that. He was fully sane, a type student, and know exactly what he was doing. He was sentenced to life in prison with no charge of parole before 23 years. After serving his time, he will be deported to India. As for Yasmin's mother, she was devastated. She took her daughter body took back to India for burial, saying, "I regret sending her away. I always had a feeling something terrible would happen. I sent her chasing a dream, and she came back to me in a coffin." And that's how the tragic story of Yasmin and Tariq ended, a heartbreaking reminder of how love can turn into obsession, and how ignorance, red flags can cost a life. This is the video of today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe and comment. Thank you so much, and have a good nice day.